Yo, 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 what's poppin'? What's good? What's good? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? What's good? What's poppin'? So today's show, the game's going to be heavy as usual. You feel what I'm saying? The game is going to be heavy as usual. Miles might come in real quick and get this shit cracking. Shout out to Iceberg SAT in the building. Tony Brown Jr. in the building. We about to get it cracking up in here today. It's about to be cracking here today. We're going to get that shit popping. Listen. The game is going to be super heavy as usual. Before we get into all that, though, as people are coming in, you know what I got to do. You know what I gotta do, man. I gotta make it happen. So let's just make it happen.
Everybody has game. The thing is, though, is your game weak or is your game strong? See, that's the difference. See, having weak game is synonymous with having no game. But you have game, you have a strategy to get what you want, but your strategy might be weak.
I always tell these guys, snap your fingers. And I tell them, snap your fingers. Like, you hear that sound? I'm like, what is that sound? Bitch, that's a 17-year-old that just turned 18. That's a 19-year-old that just turned 21. They are just they're everywhere.
Hi, how you doing? You think I give a fuck about how you doing, bitch? All I want you to motherfucking do is open your mouth and say something so I can hear how your voice sounds so it can tell me how the fuck to get at you.
Your feelings are not facts. Because you feel like whatever you feel like, you can't get me to believe that there's more than two genders. You understand what I'm saying? And truthfully, I'm not sorry because I can't really make facts out of your fucking feelings. Matter of fact, fuck your feelings. There's only two genders. Only two genders. You trying to tell me that genders are neutral and niggas is trying to come up with 92 fucking genders, bro.
There's this narrative now that it's okay for a man to cry, and it's really pushing this sensitivity, express yourself, express your feelings. One thing I've always respected about my father growing up, I never seen my dad cry. Me and him would get into arguments, we would go at it, we would fight. I would say the harshest things to him I could to hurt his feelings, but I never broke him.
Shoot, just the right pair of shoes get your dick sucked. Just the right pair of shoes. Women don't, seriously, you could look like Boris Cujo, you'd be 6'8", have a print down to your knee. They look at those shoes, they bust, they just like, oh no, not him. Nah, but
the bitches shine because of the nigga. Period. Like, and when it's functioning correctly, that's the way it is. So, on that note, dick is a gift. It's a gift. It's a gift.
You got to play your way from start to the end. That's having game. Because if you do that, what you expect is what's going to happen. See, don't no accidents happen with motherfuckers that got game.
What up, what up, what up? We are back. So what's good, people? Just posting this up on Instagram real quick. You feel me? So people could know that we live. So I might, so we're gonna do another show tonight too, me and Miles, for the 10 p.m. show. And one of them is gonna be on Patreon, either one or both, who knows? We'll see. But some's gonna be on Patreon. So make sure you guys go to patreon.com/mr.locario. So that you don't miss all the other live streams that we put on there. You feel what I'm saying? Because remember, guys, during the week, we're going to be doing some live streams, but they're going to be going on Patreon. So the one today, either this one or the one we're going to do later, is going to be on Patreon, or maybe both. Who knows? We'll see. We will see. But shout out to everybody in the chat and all that other good stuff. So today's topic, low self-esteem isn't sexy. Okay, it's not. Right. And I really want to drive something home today, because what happens is that a lot of guys have low self-esteem. A lot of guys are insecure. They're not confident. You understand? And that is the thing that is going to repel women. That is the thing that's going to make women be like, you know what? I don't want to fuck with this guy. You understand what I'm saying? Like, see, if you're a confident guy, right? You could be a guy who isn't even a woman's particular, let's say, type physically, right? Because a lot of guys talk about, oh, looks, right? You could be a guy who a woman is like, he's all right looking, whatever, right? But she'll fuck with you and like you because of the confidence. You feel what I'm saying? Miles Cunningham in the building.
Yo.
What's going on?
Chilling.
What's popping?
This is a good topic.
You know what I'm saying? And guys, the caller number is 516-387-1224. So what I did was, the reason why I had this topic, right, is because, I was going through the comments on what you call it. I was going through some of the comments on my, the videos, right? Well, shout out to April MC in the building, goddamn it. Shout out to April MC. Shout out to April. Shout out to Unique 79 in the building. Shout out to all the moderators. You feel what I'm saying? Let me pin this message up that April got so you guys can donate. But what made me come up with this topic, right, is because I saw this comment on one of my videos, right? And I always see this type of comment, and it fucking kills me. And let me put up the comment right now. Hold on, let me put up this comment. So basically, there was this video where I was talking about how dudes is acting, dudes nowadays be acting real feminine. There's a lot of feminine traits guys, put out here nowadays. Right now, I don't know. And it's funny because this comment just came out of nowhere, but I've seen this comment before. So basically what this person said is this. So Jack Dorsey said, Mr. Locario thinks what works for him is going to work with everyone else. Now, what you guys have to understand about that comment, and notice, look, it got 8 likes, so 8 other people agreed. You understand? So, shout out to Jack Dorsey for the comment. But this is what I want you guys to understand. That comment is riddled and smothered with low self-esteem. You understand? Because there's nothing special that I'm doing. You understand what I'm saying? There's nothing special that I'm doing. You understand? Like, listen, I understand that I might be one of the sexiest men alive. I understand this, okay? I understand my swag is like on a million. I understand this. You understand? I understand that when I bleed, my blood smells like cologne. I understand this. You understand? Like, people fall to my feet and throw roses on the ground as I walk down the Brooklyn streets. I get this. Right. But you guys, I'm not special. Seriously, I'm not special. And
no, he's not.
Exactly. Miles knows I'm not special.
I know.
Everybody knows I'm not special. Miles knows. You know what I'm saying? I'm just a regular nigga from Brooklyn. You feel me? But the thing is, when dudes are saying, well, Mr. Locario thinks what works for him is going to work for everyone else, what he's saying is he's saying that the stuff that I talk about, or the stuff that I teach, and the stuff that me and Miles, we talk about and teach, it's like people think that, oh, well, it's just you. It's just guys like you and guys like Miles, and us, we can't do that type of stuff. And what we're telling you to do isn't anything special. What are we telling you to do? Value who you are, be honest with women, right? Approach girls, tell them what you want to do. Why can't you do that?
Right.
But
Play the numbers game.
Right. What he's saying is this. He's saying Mr. Locario thinks what works for him is going to work with everyone else. Now, I'll say this. It's actually not going to work with everybody, because everybody's not going to work it. So therefore, if you don't work it, it's not going to work for you. Right. And see, what happens is this. I'm not telling you guys to be me or be Miles Cunningham. We're not telling you to be us. This is why we say the truth is inside you. You understand? You have to figure out your shit. Because once you figure out your shit, once you figure out who you are and what you're about, that's where you start to have that high self-esteem. That's when you start to value yourself. That's when you start to think that you're the shit. That's when you start to be confident. because you understand the value within you. When you understand the value within you, you will not have low self-esteem. The reason why you have low self-esteem is because you don't know who the fuck you are yet. You see what I'm saying? And you're looking for everyone else to tell you who you are. So the reason why you're scared to approach a woman is because you're looking for the woman to tell you who you are, meaning that if I approach this girl and she likes me or she's responding to me in a way that shows that she's interested, then that must mean that I am an attractive guy.
Right.
But if she doesn't, if she rejects me, that means that I am ugly, I'm not worthy, all this other stuff.
Right.
So I'm looking for her to tell me who I am. This is why I have the low self-esteem. So if you have low self-esteem, you're looking for other people to give you the esteem that you should already have within yourself. You understand what I'm saying? This is the thing. But Miles, what's your thoughts on that, man?
You know, niggas is bitch ass niggas. Like, I don't know what to say. Like,
Facts. Facts. Facts.
like, look, man. The big thing with this is that what guys don't understand is that to change your reality, it's not really about changing the world around you.
Right.
Changing your reality has way more to do with changing how you look at the world around you, right? Mm-hmm. But in order to change the way you look at the world around you, you have to change what's going on in your brain.
Right.
You understand? Because your eyes are connected to your brain.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? The what you think you see, like what you see out here, still has to be processed by your brain.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Because I could say this is a glass. You understand?
Right.
But another person might see something else. Another person might see a cup. Another person might see a wine glass. Or you understand what I'm saying? It's just based on how you process information. So him talking about, oh, well, Locario thinks what works for him is going to work for everybody else. Like, again, it's about a perspective.
Mm-hmm.
Because in our perspective, we know we're not special.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we know we just dudes that put in the work. Mm-hmm. And because we put in the work, we get the results.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? But then you have other guys who they don't have the perspective of the type of man who's willing to put in work.
Right.
They have the perspective of the type of guy that has been raised by possibly, not every dude, but possibly raised by a single parent mother.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Raised by their grandmother, raised by some female or some effeminate man. Right. Or a man that was there, but not really there to give them game. Because you have fathers out there, and I'm not trying to offend anybody. I'm just trying to speak on what's real. But what I'm saying is you have fathers out there who they provide, they work really hard for their kids, but they never had a conversation with their son.
Right.
You understand? They never had they never imparted any type of wisdom to their children. Mm-hmm. So it's like they work, and then it's like, here, give the money to your moms and let her take care of you. So even if you have a man in the house, a lot of times he still didn't really put any game on you.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? And maybe you never had a bigger brother. Maybe you never had an uncle. Maybe you never was close with your older cousins or whatever it was. Right. Mm-hmm. And you just never developed the perspective of a man who understands about putting in work. So when we look at you and say, look, it's your fault because you ain't putting in no work. Or if the Bad Boy membership is not working for you, it's because you're not working it.
Right.
They think we talking scam.
Right. Exactly. Right.
Like they straight up think we talking scam. Like they straight up looking at us like, and it's real easy for them to think we talking scam because they're looking for somebody to blame anyway.
Exactly.
So, you created the Bad Boy membership. I tried it and it's not working for me. It's your fault.
Right. Exactly.
Like, what? But if you're not working the Bad Boy membership, if you're not applying the stuff that we put in the Bad Boy membership, it's still your fault because you're not putting in the work. No, fuck all that. I don't want to. That doesn't compute. That doesn't work for me. Work. I have to so I have to buy the Bad Boy membership and I still have to put in work.
Right. Exactly.
Really, that's how it works, bro. That's how it is.
It's funny, like you said about like this perspective thing, because what's funny is a guy who's confident, this is what he would say. He'd be like, wait a second, the shit worked for Mr. Locario and Miles. That same shit could work for me. You know what I'm saying? That's how confident motherfuckers think.
That's how confident people think. Like the story you always tell, Locario, when the two shoemakers went to the town and the people wasn't wearing no shoes. One dude was like, I ain't gonna make no money in this town. Don't nobody wear no shoes. And the other guy was like, yo, I'm about to be rich as fuck because nobody's wearing no shoes.
Exactly. Perspective,
bro. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying.
Same exact. And that's what I'm talking about with everybody got eyes to see. Not everybody, but shout out to Stevie Wonder, but not everybody. Some niggas are blind. I get it.
Right.
But even everybody that has sight, 20/20 vision, you still have to filter shit through the brain.
Right.
So if your mindset is at a certain place where you want to blame niggas, that's what you're going to do.
Mm-hmm.
Even though we're looking at the same exact thing.
Right.
Me and Locario was just talking a little bit earlier, and I was just explaining to him that I've been on 14 fucking dates in the last couple of weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And I only got to smash one.
Mm-hmm. Numbers game,
bro. Ain't nothing special about me.
Mm-hmm.
You think all these bitches is just throwing themselves at me? No. I'll be totally honest with y'all niggas, bro. Like, even shout out to Myron from Fresh and Fit. He was like, yo, when he first got to Miami, before he got the hanging shit, that nigga was going through 1 for 40.
Exactly.
So compared to that, I'm actually doing good. I'm doing 1 for 14.
Mm-hmm.
But you talk to most of you guys who call in and who have an issue with the type of shit we talk about. We ask you, how many women have you spoke to this week? How many dates have you been on? How many, how many interactions have you had? Niggas talking about 3 for 1 week.
Right.
One per day. Like, bro, you gotta be
going in.
Yo, look, let me tell you something about Locario, if y'all niggas ain't know.
Mm.
If they were to measure the screen time for his phone, 90% of that shit is on the fucking dating apps. Locario, am I lying?
You lying. I don't know what you're talking about, son. I ain't doing shit. I'm a virgin. I don't know nothing about
this nigga Locario. Bro, this nigga, I've never seen nobody work
they don't
as much as he do.
They don't understand.
You understand? And the problem is like, and then you still have niggas that'll look at that and be like, well, I ain't down to do all that shit because, I'm putting, you putting in too much emphasis on the female and you putting women up. You think that's putting women on a pedestal? You think that's see, and here's the thing. Guys will try to like associate two different things that don't even match each other.
Right. Exactly, right.
Because you got one nigga that's working on sourcing and filtering women that are down for his program.
Exactly.
That requires work. I don't know how else you would do it. That shit requires work.
Mm-hmm.
Then you got another nigga. The first bitch he get to go out on a date with him, he's buying her flowers. He be fucking buying chocolate, introducing him to his moms.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right.
Because in one instance, one nigga is willing to do the work so he can have things the way he wanted. Right. The next nigga is accepting anything that comes,
right,
and pedestalizing it.
Mm-hmm.
That's the difference.
Right.
And that's the difference in perspective. Because I swear to God, 80% of you niggas are in relationships right now with bitches that you should have charged.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Simply because you wasn't willing to lose a hoe because you were so scared.
Right.
Even one of the dudes that called last night, you shout out to the Real Game No Theory podcast, you know what I'm saying, with the other gentleman, Sundays at 6, you know what I'm saying? Somebody called last night and they was acting stupid talking about, I ain't really want to say this. Like, yeah, the same nigga that we helped.
Right.
To get the chick to confirm that she was coming to the hotel room to suck his dick, right?
Right.
He was like, yo, I ain't know if I should say some shit like that because she's like the flyest girl I ever been with.
Mm. Like, right. Exactly.
You see the difference?
Mm.
Because a lot of you niggas think that putting in the work to source, to date, and to filter out and find the women that fuck with us, y'all niggas think that's validation. But what y'all don't understand is I'm filtering through these hoes. The hoes don't matter.
Mm-hmm.
The hoes don't matter because I'm going through them.
Right.
Meaning that as soon as I find one that's not with it, she's the fuck out of here.
Exactly.
The problem with y'all niggas is that each chick that gets in front of your face, you already visualizing marriage with the bitch.
Mm.
And that's how you're making it about the bitch.
Right.
You understand? Another word for esteem is regard. You understand? Meaning, anything that you have respect for, anything that you value. Esteem, regard, value, respect is all the same. It's all synonyms.
Right.
When you have low self-esteem, that literally means you're putting yourself down, and chances are you're putting other things above.
Right.
You understand? So when you holler at one bitch and she rejects you, or she's act like she's not really feeling you, like the kid called into my, yo, how do I stop that from messing with my inner game?
Right.
All he was really saying is, how do I stop that from fucking with my self-esteem? Because when bitches say some shit like that to me, I get low self-esteem issues. That's what all he was really saying.
Right. Exactly.
The point you see Locario? You see Locario? You see? What are you doing now? What are you doing right now, Locario?
I'm looking up something. I'm literally not on I'm looking up this shit that I want to see if you can do.
No, but you know what I'm saying? Like these dudes don't understand that the work that we're putting in to filter through and go through all these different chicks is not about the women. It's about us.
Right.
It's about when we get to the chick that is reciprocating or cooperating, then something clicks. The problem is so many guys, just because the chick give you a little bit of a little play or a little bit of reciprocation, you think, oh, she's cute too and she's fine. I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that. And the thing is, y'all gotta understand that there's more work to it than that. There's way more work to it than that, because remember, we're all human beings. We're complicated people. It's not that easy to find somebody. I mean, just for their schedule to fit into your schedule.
Right.
Just the schedule. I'm not talking about personality. I'm not talking about sexual compatibility. I'm not even talking about like social compatibility. Just the schedule alone. And then on top of that, you got to worry about everything else.
Right.
You really have to put in work to find the people that are going to be down, find the women that are going to be down for you. But the thing is, a lot of you guys don't want to put in that work. And then looking at low self-esteem, that only makes it worse, because it's only a low self-esteem dude that actually thinks that dating and filtering and sourcing women is about women.
Right.
You understand? And that in itself puts you in a fucked up mind frame. So when a halfway decent looking chick actually says hello to you, you're already like, hey, you want some flowers? You want some candy? You want to meet my mom?
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And so many of y'all niggas be wondering why you see. Here's the thing. It's fucked up too, because low self-esteem, it's a cycle. You understand? When you have low self-esteem, you accept whatever.
Right.
And then when you accept whatever, most times bad things happen. And then when bad things happen, your self-esteem goes lower. So here's what I mean in real time. So you're a nigga with low self-esteem, right? But you finally get enough courage to holler at a chick. Right. And the first chick that you holler at, she smells your low self-esteem. She smells your desperation. So she gives you a little bit of play. And she says to you, hey, so you want to hang out sometime? And you'd be like, okay. And then she suggests you taking her to some expensive steakhouse.
Right.
Now you're at low self-esteem, but you're accepting whatever comes because she's cute and she wants to hang out. Oh my God, this is great. You take her to the spot, you spend all your little hard-earned, $300, $400 on a steak and dessert and drinks and this and that. And then you say to her, just like the guy in the video, you say, hey, so let's go back to my house. Let's hang out some more. You know what I'm saying? Because you're cute and da-da-da-da. Right. And she's like, no, I'm good. I had a good night. Let's not ruin it.
Right.
And then you stand there thinking to yourself, oh, wow, she probably doesn't want to come back to my place because she doesn't like me.
Right.
She probably doesn't want to come back to my place because my swag is not on point, or because so you see what I'm saying? So she used you for your money and she shut you down. And now your self-esteem is only going lower.
Right.
Because a nigga, even if a nigga still did all that bullshit, but still had good high self-esteem, he would realize, damn, that bitch just fooled me and took me for a ride and allowed me to take her to dinner. Well, I'm not doing that again.
Right.
Let me go out here and find another bitch that'll actually get on my page and do what the fuck I'm trying to do. That's what niggas with decent self-esteem do.
Right.
But niggas with low self-esteem, it's like you accept bullshit. Bullshit happens, lowers your self-esteem. And now your self-esteem is even lower. So you accept more bullshit. Bad things happen, lower self-esteem.
Right.
it's a constant spiral, like a downward spiral. And you're constantly finding yourselves in these situations with women who look like they're willing to fuck with you. And these women can sense it, so they fool you.
Right. And they take advantage of you.
They take full advantage of you.
That's what they do, because this is what happens. Because you have low self-esteem, you look at everything through the eyes of low self-esteem.
Right.
So whatever happens, right? Let's say, for example, you actually had a chick who liked you, and she, I don't know, let's say she did something light, like gave you a kiss on the cheek or some shit, right? Now, your low self-esteem is going to be like, oh, well, she didn't kiss you on the lips because she thinks you're ugly, and she doesn't think. So everything that happens, even if it seems like it could be good, your low self-esteem is going to turn into something else. And then what happens is, because you are in that cycle of low self-esteem, when you're dealing with the girl, she's going to feel it even more, because understand, your insecurity and you having low self-esteem is a burden to her.
Right.
Because even when a woman is needy and has low self-esteem, it's a burden to a man. But you've ever dealt with a chick who has extreme low self-esteem and she's all needy and she's all over the place all the time and she's acting all wild and crazy, it feels like you feel exhausted. You're like, oh, I got to deal with this fucking shit. You understand? Right. So women feel the same way, but it's even worse for a woman because women generally will be insecure about certain things, right? She's looking towards a man to be the opposite of her, which is that confidence, so that she can be within that confident situation, so she can feel secure. So how can she feel secure with someone who's insecure?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
It's not going to happen. So the reason why they're not attracted to you because of that is because of the insecurity, because they want security from their insecurity. You see what I'm saying? They can't be with a man who has the same level or even worse insecurity than them, or worse low self-esteem than them. Do that, because to them what happens is that there's no benefit for them. You understand? See, this is why guys who aren't even the best looking dudes, right? The reason why they can get women, if this is for all you looks matters guys, the reason why they can get women is because those guys have confidence, which is attractive to women. It attracts them because it's the opposite of what they have, which is the low self-esteem. So when you have a woman who has that low self-esteem, she's looking for a confident man to be a part of so that she can bask in his confidence. Because it's all energy. So a woman wants to be in his good energy. So if you're exuding that good energy, women are more likely to follow you, and you don't even have to be like the best looking dude. You don't even have to be a guy who's her type. Now, she might have to find something about you. She don't want you to be repulsive. You understand what I'm saying? You can't be smelling like a, fucking fish and your teeth are all brown and shit. You understand what I'm saying? Right. What I'm saying is, if you are just a regular dude, you chilling, you got some nice clothes on, you spin your game, you talking to her. If you're confident, right, that changes everything. The reason why a lot of you guys are having issues is because mainly it's the confidence thing. Because understand this, there's a lot of guys who would be considered quote unquote good looking, but they're still having trouble. Why? Because they don't have that confident energy. They still have insecurities. They still have that low self-esteem. Now, this is the thing. Let me get even deeper with this shit. You guys aren't even gonna. You were like, come on, this is bullshit. See, most people will say, but Locario and Miles, isn't it natural for you to be insecure?
Where they do that at?
No. This shit is not natural. See, your insecurities, right, come from you being conditioned to not recognize your value. You understand what I'm saying? Everything that you need to understand your value and to be secure within yourself is already within you. You just can't see it because they've covered you with a bunch of bullshit. You understand what I'm saying? See, this is why a lot of guys have issues with women, because guys don't see their value and their power. See, even tonight, we're going to be talking about men taking accountability. Now, I don't want to go too much into it, but what I'm saying is a lot of times the reason why a lot of these guys complain and they want to swim in the waters of Lake Red Pill, you understand what I'm saying? It's because they don't understand their value. And because you don't understand your value, then what's going to happen is that you're going to be always going down the path of insecurity and low self-esteem because that's who you think you really are instead of the value.
Right.
You think you are the low self-esteem. You think you are what they said that you are instead of you looking at yourself, figuring out who the fuck you really are, because you're worrying about too much about what everybody else is saying, what everybody else is doing, how you're supposed to look to everybody else, all these things. And that's giving you that insecurity. That's giving you that low self-esteem. It's like this. It's like, let's say you're a car, and inside the car has a bunch of jewelry and money and all these valuable things inside the car. Right? But the car, the windows are dirty, as it got a bunch of dust on it. The whole car is all fucking dusty and shit. And it's you can't see inside the car. So when you look on the outside, you're like, well, this car is whack. Like it's all dingy. You understand? It could look like it's been there for ages or whatever, but you don't realize what's inside there because you can't see what's inside. A lot of y'all can't see the value within you. You're covered with the dirt of society, the dirt of the conditioning that they told you that you wasn't shit. You understand? Again, you're trying to look for women to tell you who you are. This is why guys are always complaining about women, because they're like, oh, well, the girl did this and she said that and she rejected me and blah, 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 because you don't see your value. And this is the funny part. This is the cycle. You don't see your value, so she doesn't see your value. And then she rejects you, and then you further continue not to see your value. You understand?
Exactly.
So it's not the woman. See, the woman can't give you the value. She can't give you what you already have. Do you understand what I'm saying? You already have the value inside. You just don't see it. So she's not going to see it because she's only going to see it when you see it. This is why certain guys have issues with women, and this is why certain guys will, the situation they have with women will go smoothly, because what happens is that those guys where it goes smoothly, they've recognized their value. And so when they interact with a woman, when they approach a girl, when they talk to a girl, that girl's like, damn, there's something about this nigga in relation to all these other dudes. All these other dudes who ain't got no fucking, confidence. Their self-esteem is low. They don't know how to talk to women. They're all sitting there waiting for choosing signals, all that other shit. You understand what I'm saying? Like, look, I'm about to bring up another fucking screenshot of a comment. Now, this is, again, some other shit that I see a lot, right? So this person right here, they said, I agree with approaching in general. But I disagree with cold approaching. Most guys will fail with cold approaching in 99 out of 100 times, guaranteed, unless you can make a woman go wet within seconds, which is only possible if she finds you physically really attractive. Oh my God, these guys don't know about women. All right, let's continue. Your verbal seduction game, shout out to ARC, will help, but first you need to be appealing to that woman. If the woman notices you at least once or twice, no matter whether you call it choosing signals or not, then you can't approach her. But cold approaching out of the blue with her not paying attention to you will most likely never work. At least it never worked for me or any guy I saw doing it. The easiest lays I have had were actually when the women were looking and or smiling or even approaching me first. It's a numbers game for a reason, and the reason is that women enjoy being approached and rejecting men softly, but they enjoy it even more being approached by the guys they find attractive. Guys, why y'all must like me hitting that button? Because
you know what I noticed right off the bat, when he said my easiest lay.
Right.
And it just reminds me, it's like all these motherfuckers are just looking for the easy way. Like, you understand?
Exactly.
That's really a part of what it is. They're just looking for the easy, you know what I mean? The easy fix to the situation. It's like, nah, nigga, you got to put in work, man. I'm sorry.
Right. So Wade Wilson said, but to be fair, is he wrong if that is his perspective? No, let me tell you why he's wrong. Well, one, he's capping. Okay, because let me show you why he's capping. I'm gonna show you guys. Let me show you guys how to point out the lie. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you guys some game right here. He said, but where did he say that? He said the easiest lays I've had were actually when the women were looking and or smiling or even approaching me first. I'm gonna say that again. The easiest lays I've had were actually when women were looking and or smiling or even approaching me at first. Now, I want you to look at this top sentence. Most guys will fail with cold approaching 99 out of 100 times guaranteed. Right? Now, the reason why I point out those two sentences, because those two sentences are a contradiction. If you're the type of, because remember, people speak from their perspective. You just said, to be fair, is it wrong from his perspective?
Right.
If your perspective is 99 out of 100 times cold approaching doesn't work, how in the fuck are you getting these women approaching you, smiling at you, doing all this other shit? Because if that was the case, that would mean that you were that attractive to where women are smiling at you, approaching you, doing all this other stuff. So that would mean that if you were approaching women randomly, that would mean that you would get more out of 100 women that you approached.
Right.
Because out of those 100 women you approach, that would mean that there would be some of them who would have smiled at you, approached you, and talked to you, correct? So you can't have it on one side where you're like, well, 99% of the time cold approach is not going to work. But on the flip side, I get women approaching me and smiling at me all the time. Really? So if that's the case, if 100 women were looking away from you, that would mean if 100 women, I said, okay, all 100 women turn around and look at this nigga.
Right.
That would mean some of those women out of 100 will be smiling at him, looking at him and approaching him. So then that would mean that if he was to cold approach those 100 women, he would get more than less than 1% that would do that. You see what I'm saying? It's all contradictory, because if you're getting that much from women who are actually going to choose you and approach you and look at you and do all this other stuff, that would mean you would get the same amount and even more
right
when you cold approach. You understand? You guys can't fool me with the bullshit. See, these guys, what happened with him was he's probably fucked 2 girls in his life. You understand what I'm saying? And those 2 girls probably smiled at him and looked at him. You understand what I'm saying? But see, what you got to understand what cold approaching, right? If that, right. When you approach, what happens is that the numbers of women you can interact with are endless. When you wait for choosing signals, you have to only approach the women who check you out. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, right, because they still have to approach with choosing signals, right?
Exactly. They still got to approach. And then there's still no guarantee the women they approach are going to fuck them. So this is what I'm saying, where, and again, all that whole comment is rooted in is low self-esteem.
So if there's no guarantee either way, then what's the point?
Exactly.
Like, either you go approach or you don't, right? Like,
and see, that's what I'm saying. That's how you know he's bullshitting, because he said it's guaranteed that 99 out of 100 is going to reject you. But then he proceeds to say, well, I've got my easiest lays. You understand? Let me see if he said lays plural.
And notice he ain't put no numbers on that part. He ain't put no numbers on the cold approach part.
He said easiest lays plural.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my God. Stop fucking lying.
Nigga. He said his easiest lays plural. You understand what I'm saying? It makes no sense logically, because again, all the guys, and again, this is all low self-esteem. All the guys say, I'm not going to approach. I'm just going to wait for choosing signals. Okay, cool. Right? If you were the type of guy where that worked for you, again, that would mean that there's a large number of women who are giving you choosing signals. If there's a large number of women giving you choosing signals, guess what? If you would have cold approached those same women, wouldn't you have got them?
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Because if you're getting them through choosing signals, which means you got to approach them anyway, and you get them, wouldn't you have also got? So what I'm saying is, if there's a chick named Tiffany, right, and she looked at you and smiled at you and you approached her and talked to her and got her because of choosing signals, if Tiffany didn't see you walk into the room or walk into the store or walk into the situation and you just cold approached her, wouldn't you have also have gotten her because she would have gave you the choosing signals anyway?
Right.
Isn't it the same girl you would have gotten if you cold approach or choosing signals? So if that's the case, if you're getting all these women through choosing signals, again, that would also mean that you can get those same types of girls through cold approach. It's the same women.
No, you don't understand, Locario. My self-esteem is so low that I believe that if I had initiated the contact myself, she wouldn't like me.
Exactly.
So that's why I have to put all the onus on the chick initiating.
Right. Right. Exactly.
Let me, you look. It's just a terrible situation because, like I said, self-esteem can be a fucking spiral that builds on itself. You understand?
Right.
And you see, the thing is, low self-esteem also is not that it's just isn't sexy, but it can also be very dangerous.
Exactly.
You understand? Because one thing that you have to understand about low self-esteem is that when you reach when the spiral goes all the way down and you reach what they call rock bottom, that puts you in a mental state where you feel as if you have nothing to lose, including your life. And when your life is not important, guess what? Other people's life is not important.
Right.
So that's what triggers shit like Elliot Rodgers and you know, all this other crazy shit that we see in the street when niggas beating up chicks for rejecting them, and that guy, you know, biting that chick, like almost biting that chick's eyes out up in New York.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Because these dudes, their self-esteem is so low, they're like, I have nothing to lose. And it's like, because their self-esteem is so low, they can't feel any worse. So it's like, yo, I'm gonna do this horrible thing to retaliate because of my own, you know, because of the low perspective that I have on myself.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? And so it's not about it. It's not just that it's not sexy. It's actually that it's fucking dangerous as hell. And then going back to the female, what Locario was talking about earlier, how a female, she's emotional, she's fickle, it's her nature, whatever. She's looking for somebody who has it together.
Right.
And that's what allows confident dudes to get a lot of chicks, even dudes who are not that good looking.
Right.
Necessarily, or who might not have all the money, or who might not have all the lifestyle. They'll still get girls because a girl sees a confident dude and she still gravitates towards him.
Right.
Because she's looking for leadership, she's looking for guidance, she's looking for confidence, she's looking for somebody to be that rock. So when she's having a bad fucking day, she got somebody that she can depend on emotionally and socially. You understand?
Right.
And a lot of times when you guys just approach a chick with the way that you, again, your mindset and then your speech and your action. Shout out to the man Mindset in the chat, Steve the Dean.
That's what. Shout out Steve Dean in the building.
Get them lights up. You feel me? When you're in that predicament, when you're in that space, you feel like you have there's nothing to lose, bro.
Right.
And I don't like being around people with nothing to lose.
Right. Exactly. That's
man or woman.
That's the worst type of people to be around.
You understand, man or woman, and that's why I tell you guys, when you reach a certain level of the game or your mindset, you won't even see rejection the way you see it now. You won't even understand the word necessarily, because I'm at a point where I don't understand the word.
Right.
When y'all think a woman is rejecting me, you know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking there's something wrong with this bitch. You don't know what the fuck she's looking at.
Right. Right.
Exactly. I truly believe that. It's not something I tell myself to make myself feel better so I can sleep at night. No.
Right.
Like, I'm so fucking serious because, listen, bro, I got the type of things that I've seen women do for me and with me. I keep telling y'all this. My reality is different.
Right.
Because I have chicks on the extreme going out of their way for me. So when I holler at a chick and she's like, ew, I'm not interested, I have a boyfriend, leave me alone.
Right.
It's okay with me. It's so okay with me. Because I know I've seen both sides of the spectrum, but the problem is with a lot of you guys, and you know, and sometimes I feel sorry that you don't really have to have the clear perspective like I do, but a lot of you guys have never seen the other side of the spectrum. A lot of you guys, even if you've had sex before, a lot of you've had sex with women that don't really fuck with you like that.
Exactly.
Because it's women get horny too. And women, there are times when the nigga just get lucky enough where she's in that window or she's in that mental frame where it's like, look, I just need a dick right now.
Right.
And this dumb nigga, this simp ass nigga, this whack, low self-esteem nigga is the only nigga that's here because the nigga that I'm really trying to fuck is out of town or out with some other girl or whatever it is. So I'm gonna just get this nigga some pussy, right? How many times Anybody listening to this, right? How many times have you fucked a chick or she sucked your dick and then you went to call her back the next day and no answer and she ghosted you?
Mm-hmm. Facts.
Y'all know what I'm talking about.
Facts. And sometimes you even think that like the sex was good. Like maybe she got off, she got a little orgasm, and you're like, I fucked the shit out of her. Why she ain't go? You understand what I'm saying? Because she wasn't really fucking with you like that.
She wasn't really fucking with you like that. And that's another thing about self-esteem. Not only is it not sexy, not only can it be dangerous, but it also lowers your ability, your perception, your awareness.
Right.
Because I've been in situations where I've had really good dates. I know in my mind, I knew I'd never see this bitch again. Because my awareness level is just that high because I've been through it too much.
Right.
Because I know I see all the little signals. Even though I got my tongue down her throat, I'm filling up on her ass and she rubbing on my dick. This bitch is just...
It's a wrap.
She needed to get out the house and she was fiending for some attention.
Right.
And I'm providing that for her right now. But I know for a fact that I'll never see this bitch again. And just as a little test, I'll tell the bitch, yo, text me when you get home. Let me know you got home safe.
Right.
I'll never receive a text. And that just confirms the shit.
Exactly.
You understand what I'm saying? But again, y'all niggas will look at that and be like, oh, Miles took an L. That bitch wasn't feeling him. No. That was a part of the work for me to filter out the bitches that don't fuck with me to get to the bitches that do.
Right. And you know what the funny part is that what guys don't understand is that same type of girl, because you understand yourself, because you understand the game, and because you have high self-esteem, you know not to fuck with her anymore because you just keep it moving. But the guy with the low self-esteem, what he's going to do is he's going to chase her. Oh, let me hit her up one more time. Let me try 2 weeks later. Let me see. That's what low self-esteem does to you.
Exactly.
Because look, even the other day, you know when they say people like what they can't have, or they want it more because they can't have it. Right. That's a product of low self-esteem. If you want a girl because you can't have her or she's hard to get, that is because you have low self-esteem. You're chasing her to be able to get her so that you can feel validated. That's low self-esteem.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? You chasing a girl or chasing after a girl or trying to make shit happen with a girl who's clearly not showing interest in you, or you're like, oh well, you know, I just like what I can't have. I like a challenge. No, see, let me tell you guys something. Confident people, when it comes to the game, when it comes to this game of dating and relationships and fucking with chicks, confident niggas don't like a challenge. You understand what I'm saying? We don't like a challenge. We like the shit to happen when we want it to happen. Period. And if it ain't happen, we ain't trying to fuck with it. Imagine hearing a pimp talking about they like a challenge to get a hoe. You understand what I'm saying? Like, what? Like, what the fuck you mean? That challenge means that I'm losing money if I'm a pimp, right?
Facts.
The fuck I need a challenge?
Losing time and losing money.
Right. Like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. Like, that's all of that shit is bullshit. All of that shit is low self-esteem.
Exactly. And like you said, you have the awareness to not chase a chick like that, not call her back, not worry about it. You understand? The other dude, he'll hit her up, be like, hey, so what's going on? How come you didn't text me when you got home? And then she'll say to herself, oh, this nigga's a desperate nigga. Okay. Right. I know what I'm gonna do with this nigga. You understand? And then you let her take you for another ride, and then your resentment builds.
Right.
And you think your resentment is on women. But it's really your resentment on yourself. Right. It's your self-esteem.
Exactly.
Like, I remember when Cat Williams, he was like, how the fuck did I lower your self-esteem?
Right.
It's the esteem of your motherfucking self. What the fuck are we talking about?
Right, exactly.
Shout out to Cat Williams. You feel me?
Right. Facts.
Y'all niggas is blaming chicks for yourself. Well, a girl rejected me. How do I stop that from messing with my self-esteem or with my inner game?
Right. See, Wade
shouldn't even call it inner game.
Wade is asking the very pertinent question. So I want to get to this question in his next question. He said, if low self-esteem is not sexy, then does this mean a dude with low self-esteem has never had a success, whether approaching or being approached? No, he can have a successful approach, right? But that successful approach doesn't mean that he's going to be successful in the interaction. Like, again, like Miles is saying, the chick could use this nigga because she sees that he's weak.
Right.
You know, so yeah, he'll approach her, he'll talk to her, they'll exchange numbers, and he'll take her on a $600 fucking date, and then she'll just be like, okay, I had a good time, bye. And that's it, and he'll never hear from this bitch again. So yeah, he had a successful approach, but you know what I'm saying? It ain't really nothing about it. And now he says, you don't like a challenge. If you're so confident, shouldn't you relish the opportunity to use your skills? No. Listen, let me say something. If I'm playing a video game, maybe.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But what we're talking about here is that the fact that I would want a challenge when dealing with a bitch, you understand? So that I can relish the opportunity to use my skills? No, because now what that means is that I'm trying to validate myself through the interaction with the chick. You understand what I'm saying? Trying to be like, well, I'm confident. Let me see if I can get this girl with my macking skills. Like, get the fuck out of here. No. You understand what I'm saying? Listen, let me tell you guys something. A lot of guys think game is about learning how to, trick a girl into getting with you, or, oh, well, if you got a good mouthpiece, well, the mouthpiece is supposed to fucking, convince this girl or get her to do shit she don't want to do. That's not what it's about. It's about you understanding what you want and finding the women who are cooperating with that. That's it. You understand? I don't need the challenge. You understand?
The skill is in knowing the difference.
Exactly.
That's where the skill comes in.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Because truthfully, if you're a player, you basically do the same thing every time.
Right.
It's just really the chick. Either she's like with it or she's not. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like for example, you seen I'm gonna use Family Guy again. You see when Quagmire invites a bitch to the crib, he literally presses a remote. Right. And all his bedroom switches, the music comes on, the lights go down. Cause it's the same environment for every chick that comes through the spot.
Right. Exactly.
I'm not doing nothing different. I'm not changing my skill set because this girl is pretty and that girl is fat and that girl is. No, it's the same opportunity for every bitch.
Right.
The skill is in the persistence and knowing the difference between a chick that's fucking with you and a chick that's not, because a lot of chicks will try to trick you. But here's another thing that I want to say. And what y'all niggas don't understand. And I believe I heard O'Shea Duke Jackson say this shit a while ago about women. What y'all really don't understand, and the reason why y'all can't put the value into the woman, is that basically a woman is the only thing that when you put in shit and you don't necessarily get it back out. A woman can be like a black hole. You understand? A woman is not like an investment where you save money and it grows automatically. Woman, that's not what a woman is.
Right.
You understand? But the right type of woman, yes, that can happen. But again, the skill is to recognize that type of woman. That's the skill.
Right.
That's the true skill. And you recognize the type of woman that you really want based on what's going on in here.
Right.
So you say, well, if she does this, and this, she treats me this way, and this way, then that's the type of bitch that I fuck with based on who I am and what I require as a man.
Right.
A lot of you motherfuckers, the reason why it don't work out with chicks is because you don't have no requirements. You let these bitches do whatever they want just because they cute. Or just because you find them attractive. And that's the difference between a nigga with game and a nigga with no game.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? But remember, only a chick that's down for you or who's willing to be vetted, willing to be coached is the type of chick that you can invest in and get back a return on your investment. But just the average, like a lot of you niggas just think that any chick will do. Any chick, I can invest in any chick and it'll work out. No. A lot of these chicks are black holes. They just want to suck up your resource, time, and energy and attention. You understand? And again, the skill is to find the girl that can give you a return on your investment. Right. But that only happens because of you.
Right.
Because you've sourced her and you vetted her. You understand? And the vetting situation is a process. Everything is a process. And she's gone through not just any old process. She's gone through your process.
Right.
To become that woman who can give you a return on your investment. But like I did a video like a while back and where I said all women are fives. All of them start out at the mid-range because you're literally just a human being with a vagina. Before I actually start putting game on you, you're just a human being with a vagina. You're just your general inventory at this point. You understand what I'm saying? I should have called it all women are zeros, like, you know what I mean? But all women are average, bro. All women are average. A woman doesn't get to be a dime until she fucking shows value.
Right, exactly.
Like, just that phrase alone lets you know where niggas is at talking about, yo, I only fuck with dimes.
Right.
You just met this bitch 5 minutes ago. How the fuck is she a dime?
Exactly.
When she hasn't even shown a dime of value.
Right.
As a matter of fact, you probably bought her a drink, so she's actually showing negative money.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to talk about money.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she's a dime. Nigga, you just lost out $17 buying her a drink. So she's not a dime. She's not positive 10 cents. She's negative $17. The fuck are we talking about? You see what I'm saying? What up, K-Zag? K-Zag in the chat. What up?
Facts.
You see what I'm saying? But again, it's that perspective shit. It's where niggas is at in the game. You understand? So self-esteem, not only is not sexy, it can be very dangerous because it could put you in the frame of mind where you feel you don't have nothing to lose and you're at rock bottom, and it lowers your awareness in the game.
Right.
You understand? It lowers your awareness in the game because chicks on average, upon meeting a female, chicks are a losing investment.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Even after you get a chick that's coachable and you build her up, sometimes there's still a loss in the investment.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Because she's only human. She's a female.
Right.
You understand? It is what it is.
Right.
So it's like kids. Like, kids are a beautiful thing. Kids are a blessing. But kids cost like $100,000 a year to take care of and feed and clothe and shit.
Mm-hmm.
They're an investment. And your kid, you could put all that money into your kid, all that time and attention, and your kid grows up to fucking hate you and never want to talk to you again as soon as they turn age 18.
Exactly. Right.
You understand? And so that's the difference between investing in humans and investing in like money and stocks and shit like that. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Where a lot of these dudes, that's why he's talking about, oh, well, you should relish the chance to use your skills. It's because you don't know what you're talking about.
Right.
I relish it. See, the skills are set. I'm just waiting for the bitches to catch up.
Right. Exactly.
That's how you deal with bitches.
Exactly.
You set your mark. You set who you are as a man, and then you let the bitches catch up to what you're trying to do.
Facts.
You feel me?
Facts.
Money in business is a different story. You got to put in work. You got to, build. You got to advertise, market, organize. You understand what I'm saying? And the more you do that is the more that you'll make successful returns on business and money and stocks and that type of shit. But bitches,
right?
Bitches, they're a losing investment upon meeting them, bro. Trust me.
It's
you understand? You have to. The skill is recognizing the chicks who have the potential to be winning investments.
Exactly. That's what the game is about. Let's take some calls real quick. We're going to be out of here in like maybe 20 minutes because we ain't going to be here all day because we got the show tonight at 10. You feel me? Let's go to 412. 412 was good.
Hey, Mr. Locario, this is Sushi.
Oh, shit. Yo, we putting this on Patreon, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sushi, what's going on, bro?
Hey, I just want to continue our last discussion on the bar game thing. Yeah, I didn't hear what April was saying, so I didn't respond. So yeah, wouldn't it be like awkward, like if it's a short table, right? Like it wouldn't be awkward, like you gotta lean over to talk to them and all that.
Sushi, why you keep asking the wrong questions, bro? You understand what I'm saying? You know what that means when you ask the wrong questions?
I don't know. I just feel a little awkward when I do that, in the bar. I don't know if
right, but this is what
that's supposed to feel.
This is what I'm saying. Again, the last time I told you, I said, bro, you need to focus on approaching women who are by themselves first. Have you been doing that?
No.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. Do that for 3 months straight. I just need you to go and approach girls who are walking by themselves, in a coffee shop by themselves, at the bar by themselves. Talk to those women first. Do that consistently first. Because what happens is that when you're approaching a group of women, right? This is why even in the Bad Boy membership, I don't have that as the first program. I have that like somewhere in the middle, because you have to master other things first. You understand what I'm saying? You got to master talking to a woman and approaching one woman before you're trying to really master approaching 2, 3, 4, 5 women. You understand that?
But he's relishing the chance to show his skills.
Let's say, like in a grocery store. I've been meaning to ask you this a long time, right? So in a grocery shop, right? Like a woman, I don't know how to approach this, right? So a woman is walking in the aisle. She's looking at the racks and stuff. Yeah. So how do I approach that? Like if they look like they're in a, walking with purpose. They're kind of a
walking with purpose. Okay. So if you're at a grocery store and you see a woman walking in the aisle looking at food, what would you say to her?
Looking at food, I say, hey, how you doing?
Okay, so you say, hey, how you doing? And she's like, oh, I'm fine. How's it going? What do you say after that?
Oh, I'm fine. Thank you for asking. So you taking out some vegetables today?
Yeah, I'm gonna make us some dinner tonight for me and my friends and stuff. It's gonna be great.
Sounds good. I'm taking out some vegetable too. So I came out here and talk to you because I think you're cute as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Seriously, I think you're hot as fuck. So I guess I'll see a response and decide then they do the card thing or.
Okay, so sushi. You ever hear the phrase "is not what you say, but how you say it"?
Yeah.
Right. So, but you sound like you don't have a problem saying shit. Like you don't have a problem talking and having a conversation. You just don't sound sure of yourself. You sound like you're scared to say what you're saying and that you're not confident in what you're saying. You see what I mean? You see how when you call up, you be like, hey, what's up? This is Sushi. What's going on? So I wanted to talk about the bar situation and blah, blah, blah. That same way you're talking to me, you should be talking to a woman with that same type of energy and flow. You understand what I'm saying? But when you're talking to a woman, you're like, so I came over here because, like you don't sound like you're sure of yourself. You see what I mean? So what all you need to do, and this is what I'm saying, focus on talking to one girl. All you need to do, go up to a girl, have a conversation with her, just like you would have a conversation with me and Miles. And the only difference is that you're just being a little bit more smooth and you're throwing some flirting in and you'll be fine. You understand what I'm saying? But you got to know what you're trying to do. Go ahead.
Okay. Like, how do I stop a woman? Like, if she's like walking down the aisle or whatever, like.
You either stop in front of her and start talking, and if she stops, you start talking, or you walk with her.
Okay. Well, isn't that a little bit creepy or something? I don't know. Like, if you walk right in front of her, then like.
Yo, he's the best troll ever.
Sushi. You're asking questions where you actually need in-person coaching, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Because the stuff that you're asking, I would need to be with you doing these things. You understand what I'm saying? So I can't really help you too much on that here. You feel what I'm saying? But that's the type of stuff that you would actually need personal coaching about. You feel what I'm saying?
Like, well, okay. Well, I'm currently broke because of the COVID thing. So I guess I don't know. I kind of do that
Okay,
man.
well, this is what you do, bro.
Yeah.
Just work on what you can work on now, which is I'm giving you homework. Just walk up to women who are by themselves, and have a conversation with them and close the deal. And that's it. That's all you got to do. Walk up to lots of different women, have conversations with them. If you see a woman walking towards you, just walk with her. Don't because if you're like, oh, it's creepy and you don't know how to stop a woman, don't bother with that. Just walk with her. So if you're walking one way, she's walking another way. You see her walking towards your direction. When she gets to you, start talking to her and walk in the same direction she's walking, and walk with her and talk with her. You get it?
What if like she's like
See, everything you got. What if she has a dog? What if it's raining? What if God comes out of the sky? Like you got every excuse, bro. Just bro.
Do it. Just do it.
All right, man. I'm gonna holler at you, man. We gotta get some more calls.
Dreams. Yesterday you said tomorrow, so just do it.
Exactly. So just do it, Nez. I mean, I called him Nez. Sushi, same shit. Let's go to 267 and then 646. 267, what up?
Hey, what up, Locario? What's going on?
What's popping? Hold on. Did you donate? I didn't even ask. Sushi did donate. Did you donate?
Oh shit! Look, put me in the back. I'm about to do it now. Put me in the back. I'm driving. Let me pull over. I'm about to do it now. Put me in the back.
Well, what's the question? Go ahead. Give us the question, and then you donate after. Go ahead. I want you to
I just got a comment for the fellas, and it's funny. Sushi just said that he was broke because of COVID. I'm about to be damn near rich because of COVID. I'm a truck driver, and y'all guys, get y'all CDL, man. Get y'all CDL. We need drivers. It's 100. We 100,000 short. 100,000 drivers short, and it's only getting worse.
Yep.
Like,
they paying these dudes like
automated trucks. Now we need drivers.
Like 14. Wait, what are y'all getting? Some of y'all like 14 G's a month right now?
That's the low end right now.
Oh
shit!
Miles about to start driving.
If you're on operating, that's low.
Damn.
You're supposed to be getting 5 racks a week on the operating at least. That's
Damn.
That's 20 a month. Nah, it's real out there, bro. It's real out there.
That's dope.
The chick's gonna be there.
That's dope.
They're gonna be there.
That's dope. Yo,
get your money and come back to it.
That's dope, man. I need to get up on that shit. You know what I'm saying? Get up on that shit. But
and understand something. A lot of these trucks have a little cabin part in the back where you can smash bitches. So
right, that is true.
Yeah.
That is true.
The sleeper. Yes, I have Chris in my sleeper in this truck right here a couple of times.
That's what's up.
Oh man, it ain't nothing like. And then it's a lot. I ain't gonna get into all that right now, but it's try it. If you get a chance to try it, just try it. Make sure the AC on though, cause it's hot out here in these streets.
I feel
Get out of here. I owe y'all some money.
Appreciate you, brother. Yeah,
you getting all that trucker money, nigga. You better donate.
Exactly. Facts. All right, man. Hit us on the Cap Chat.
All right, man. Be safe out there, man. Drive safe.
Peace. All right, so let's go to 646. 646.
Somebody said he high value.
I'm about to come.
Get the fuck out of here! Get the fuck out of here!
Yeah, but did you donate though?
Exactly right. Talking about he about to come. That's all we care about is that you donate, nigga. Fuck out of here. Let's go to 346.
You know it'd be dope if a troll called in and be like, I donated, but let me troll for a minute.
Right. 347. What's popping? Who this?
Hey, what's up, my brothers? How y'all doing? I donated.
What up? Appreciate it, bro. So what's good with you?
I would like to speak to you, brothers, but let me speak to Sushi real quick. Sushi, and I donated just to tell you this message. My brother, we like you. We're seeing progression. But, brother, you need professional therapy. Right. And I understand that you're saying, well, look, no, I'm very serious. Look, I understand what you're saying, that you're a little bit tight on cash. But when you're tight on money, that means you could probably get a lower insurance premium. And if you're going through something, then that's something that can be covered by Medicaid or insurance. Brother, it's good that you're seeking help, but please, you need professional therapy. I have worked with people with issues, and I can damn near guarantee that you and Moses have undiagnosed autism. Without a question. Brothers, please get yourself some help. Now, back to Locario and Mouse. I just want to say, I saw that Game Kings documentary. That shit was fire.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
The messaging was on point. Everything was on point. The game was crazy. My only constructive criticism is this. You guys use a lot of stock footage. I felt like in some parts of it was good, but some parts of it, y'all talking was more than enough. Like the game was more than enough.
Right.
That was worth the bread all by itself. But that's all I wanted to say. Brothers, thank you so much for the help. And Sushi, please get professional help. Thank you.
That's what's up, man. Appreciate it,
bro.
Yeah, man, and that stock footage is expensive as hell. Shit.
Yeah. I mean, you see the thing with stock footage, and I appreciate the brother, because what he's basically saying is that the fucking game that was spit in the documentary could stand alone.
Facts.
You understand? So if you on the fence about getting the Bad Boy membership or buying the documentary by itself, and I say that because you can watch the documentary as long as you're on the Bad Boy membership, you can always stream the documentary.
Right.
You understand? And both of them cost the same amount of money, so you might as well get the Bad Boy membership so you can watch a documentary. But if you're on the fence about getting a documentary, if you just want to get the documentary by itself, what the caller was saying was that the game that was spit stands alone. You understand? Now we added, B-roll, we added drone shots, and those drone shots were done by me actually. All right. We added professional shit to up the production value.
Right.
You understand? To make it more like a movie, like a Hollywood documentary or whatever. But the caller is reiterating and letting y'all know that the game that was spit in the documentary stands on its own.
Exactly.
You understand? So shout out to the caller for spitting the real, man. Appreciate you.
Facts. All right, so let's hold on. What time is it? Shit, we gotta go. Listen, for the callers that's in the queue, call us back tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, because we're gonna do the show tonight. Tonight we're gonna be talking about men and how men need to take accountability, and how men don't want to do this anymore, and how not taking accountability is actually going to fuck up your game. So it's going to get real deep. You understand? Right. Like, it's going to get real fucking deep. Like, I don't even know. Like, it's almost like I'm like, damn, I want to keep it on YouTube, but I'm like, it's so deep, it needs to be on Patreon. So we'll see. But this one today right here that we just did, we're going to put this on Patreon. You feel what I'm saying? So make sure you guys go on patreon.com. Patreon.com/mr.locario to watch all the other shows during the week, and also watch the Bad Boy show. So you can watch all that on Patreon. Remember, the ones that we do during the week, we put them on Patreon, unless we like using somebody else's footage or whatever. We'll keep it on YouTube, but generally it's going to be on Patreon. So if you're not on Patreon, you're going to miss a lot of the live streams that's during the week. If you miss it because you're actually just not available right now.
Right. If you can't catch it live, then you'll never catch it unless you get on that Patreon. You feel me?
See, Wade, I love Wade Wilson. He asks the best questions. He says, should men take accountability if the chicks are messing up? Yes. And listen, this is how deep it's going to get. Listen, y'all need to be here at 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
It's going to get super deep.
I was just going to answer it, but I was like, nah, let's wait till 10 o'clock.
Listen, y'all need to wait. Y'all need to come back 10 o'clock. It's going to be crazy. So make sure you guys check that out. You feel what I'm saying? But we gonna hit the outro with the soft trailer. Pause, and we will holler at y'all later. Peace.
When it comes to being a man, it's about being that rock. It's about being stable.
So first, you're gonna have to find discipline within yourself. Do you have that type of discipline? Do you even have the heart to be ruthless?
Women need leadership. It is in their nature to seek out leadership.
You can't do it 99 because all that's part of a man. You got to do it 100.
Apparently, these women out here having sex with somebody. Apparently, they're getting pregnant with somebody. Shoot, somebody getting some.
You should look at something like hypergamy and allow it to inspire you to always be evolving, getting better, expanding, developing.
There are things you know, there are things you don't know. Then there are things you don't know you don't even know.
There can be 10 of us in one room, and there's one question, and there's 10 correct answers. all different.